Okay, you guys, for being gone Thursday, Friday, first item on the agenda, these two, I don't have them open yet. Oh. But if you want to go to Schoology, and I'm trying to get it where I can do some, there we go. Right here, you guys, these two. Get those both pushed out into OneNote, please. They're not open today, but they will be open. So get those pushed out there. And then once you do, we'll take it from there. And so the first one I want to talk about is the graphing. So here it is. This initial one is just for some reading, and it's talking about why do we use graphs, line graphs versus bar graphs. This is important stuff, how to make a graph. I'll kind of get you rolling on the first one, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll get you going on the first one, so you only have 3 to do, and then just a couple questions to answer that, use that reading and use the graphs to answer. So here, just a refresher, this first one, it's looking at brand of drones and top speed, and it's asking for creating a bar graph. And it says we're going to compare the top speed in miles per hour for each one. And so here, again, in the reading, I'm going through a little faster, but in the reading, you have to label the X and Y axis and create a title. And so we are comparing the top speed flights for different drones. So I'm just going to give it a title right away. So I'm just calling it drone top speed in miles per hour. So I gave it a title. And now I'm going to label the x-axis. Usually as we do that, you guys, this is the left-hand column. Right here, that's the x-axis. Right-hand column is usually the y-axis, as a general rule. So I'll put that there, but that's what we're going to do. And so brands of drone. Oops. So the brands of drones on the x-axis, and then over here we'll just go speed in miles per hour. And so now I've labeled my axes, so we're good to go there. Now in terms of axes, I got to do a little bit more labeling. Here I've got all these names. Notice I've got all these names of drones. I don't want to actually put all of those names there, so I'm going to simplify things. Watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to give them numbers, and I'll leave it on my graph. I'm just going to give them numbers 1 through 7. And so then I'm going to come down here, and rather than having to write the DJI Inspire 2, I'm just going to number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I've got my 7 drones, and I didn't have to write all those names, and that's okay to do. Then I look at the speed in miles per hour, so I've got to label this. I'm going to need some numbers over here. So we're going to need some numbers over here. And so I look here, I look at the speeds, and we're going from 0 all the way up to 70. So we've got 12 miles per hour. So I'll start at 0. 70 right there is our highest. So I'm going to number my y-axis now. And I'll come over here. Oops. Now I've got that, so I've got my x-axis taken care of, got my y-axis taken care of. Now I'm just going to start making the bars. Again, this is asking for a bar graph. Remember right here, it's asking for a bar graph. And so I'll come up to my first one. Number 1 is 70 miles per hour. So I'm going to come down here, number 1. There's my number 1, 70 miles per hour. Number 2. 55 miles per hour. 55 would be right about there. There's number 2. And then I would just go so on and so forth for numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that would be my bar graph. Number 2 is similar. It's asking for a bar graph. Just different data, but make sure you give it a title. label your x-axis, label the y-axis. Number 3, a little different, it's asking for a line graph. Same thing, give it a title, label x and y. And then the last one, same thing, it's asking for a second line graph. So just make sure you are doing that accordingly. And then again, you have to do a little bit of reading here on these pages and take a look at the graphs to get the answers. But that's how we take care of that one.